Absolutely. Earlier this afternoon, we have located a decedent. That's somebody, for those, definition of decedent is somebody who's passed away dead, in the city of Mason that matches the description of the subject that was missing.
Has there been any sort of DNA testing done?
No, we have a lot of work to do yet in order to keep case integrity and do the best job that we can. I'm not going to comment on what needs to be done or what's going to be done, but we still have a lot of work to do on this.
Do you have any leads at the moment?
Leads in respect, did you say leads?
Yeah.
Leads in respect to what?
In if there was any foul play, anything like that?
At this time, we've since the inception, we always take a broad look at these cases, and we work off the information and evidence that we have. At this time, to the best of my ability, we do not believe foul play is in play.
And what time exactly do you know was the body found?
I'm sorry, I don't have that time. I can get you folks that time. I'd have to go back to dispatch logs and stuff like that. I would, if you want an approximate, I say approximately about an hour ago. Does that sound right, Doug?
Mm-hmm.
About an hour ago.
Was she found, or was the body found with anything, any weapons, anything like that?
At this time, due to case integrity, we're not releasing any information in respect to that.
How close to Miss Allen's residence was the body found?
That's a great question, and again, I may be happy to answer that in the future, but at this time, we're not going to release that kind of information because it is still an active scene. We still have personnel on scene processing that scene, so we want to remain the integrity of that location to the best of our ability.
And just to clarify, the body was found deceased?
That is correct.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Deceased.
Was the body found by the K-9 units, or are you able to disclose who found the body?
At this time, that information is not 100% clear to me. I still have to button up factually for me to make that statement. So, of course, edit that part out. I'll leave it at, I'm going to leave it that comment at that. I've heard, so folks, and some of you know me, some of you don't, I want to make sure what I'm telling you is 100% factual and accurate. And I've heard two different versions. I will say both versions did not include the decedent being found by a canine, but I'm still, I have to reconvene with my staff who's at the scene to give you an affirmative answer or a positive answer on that one.
And you are not for sure if that body is in fact the missing woman, but just matches the description. At this
point, I'm not going to answer that. It matches the description of the missing woman.
So
if you can help me on the edit on that one, please.
That.
I'm sorry.
I think you mentioned that earlier. I just wanted to clarify. That's why.
Yes, we have a lot of work ahead of us as far as investigation processes. Once those processes are complete and I have the final report in front of me, then I might have more information that I'm able to share.
So what's next as of now? What are local law enforcement doing and those kinds of things? Well,
first, I would like to take this opportunity to give a tremendous thank you to all of the citizens that assisted us, all of our law enforcement resources that came together, and all of the search and rescue, different search and rescue personnel from all over the state of Michigan. We are eternally grateful for all those partners that came out to help us today to broaden our scope of the search. And so what will happen next from the Mason Police Department is they'll finish processing the scene, and then we will continue our investigation with what evidence we have in front of us from the scene and other information, and then we'll be able to close that investigation out at some point.
And anybody in that area, that may have cameras, if they have any recordings, would you suggest that they bring those forward and you're still taking them and those kinds of things?
Absolutely, that's an absolutely great point. We would encourage any citizens that have and have not checked their Ring camera or other type of cameras, if they could check those, if they feel there's something that might be of value to us, we would ask that they please reach out and send it to us. We have a tip line still in place, and I believe it will remain in place until further notice. They're able to contact the Mason Police Department that way to provide us any information that they would like to, whether it's Ring camera or any other information that they'd like to provide. We absolutely, again, as I said, we still have some work to do so we can do the best job that we can on this.
Is there anything you think we missed?
I think we want to make sure you thank all of the community members and all of their efforts. Oh, we did, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
Everybody's
did, I did,
department,
I
I'm sorry,
think-
so just
It's
ignore
been a
me.
long day, you're good.
It has been a long
Yeah.
day. I'm sorry.
No, yeah, thank the community members, thanked everybody
Yep,
that was
that's
out there
perfect.
helping us. And honestly, folks, I'd like to thank you for being patient with
Yes.
us. You know, we were in my office, and I said, I gotta go. And absolutely, you guys are like, hey, okay. So we thank, let me put my glasses back on. We absolutely thank our media partners as well. Without you, I think what I want to say. We absolutely thank our media partners for your cooperation and the partnerships that we built with you and want to continue to build with you so that we can all accomplish both of our goals in our jobs.
And then kind of a two-parter. The first part for City of Mason, how, I mean, I'm not gonna call this normal or rare or anything, but like, how unique is this situation? And then two, how helpful was it that you all had so many helping hands?
Absolutely, great question. So I will say, and the city manager can step in and help me if I'm not correct, this type of situation with this type of search and rescue operation has been very rare, and this is one of our first times that we've let me think of my word. This is one of the first times that we have brought together vast amount of resources in here to help us expand our resources in investigating something like this, and it was tremendously helpful because as everyone can understand, we have the resources we have, and we needed to expand, and quite frankly, in layman's terms, we needed to get more boots on the ground. We needed to get more assistance. We needed help with things that we were tasked to do. And by bringing these resources in, it was a great partnership, and we're eternally grateful for everyone that came in, the community, all these other police agencies, as well as the search and rescue groups. Very helpful. I can't emphasize that enough, that we're so happy that everybody showed up. I've been chief here, I'll be going on 6 months, and as tragic as this event is, my heart is filled with community, and it makes me proud to serve the Mason Police Department and the City of Mason and the residents, because everybody came together to help, and that's what it's about.
All right, is
I
that
do,
it?
I do have another question.
Yes, ma'am. You're good.
In the future, I know that family members and neighbors were so willing to plan the citywide search this morning, you know, and that, I believe, did that idea come from them? Or was that your idea?
We were planning a larger search as of yesterday for this morning. We wanted to make sure it was at daybreak.
Okay.
And so there was some miscommunication. I think the family was trying to get people together as well, but we really wanted to wait until it was a little bit more light to help with searching. But we're all the same team. We're all trying to make it work. So we appreciate the family reaching out to people too. We were all trying to find her as quickly as possible.
Do you think in the future there might be some sort of balloon release, something like that to
That would be
honor?
up to the family.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, and in respect to the city manager's comment, we always are appreciative of community's help, the family's help, anybody that wants to jump in and help. However, we're tasked also with managing all that information, and we try to do our best because we don't want to miss a tip. Or, you know, if an area's being searched, for example, by a cadaver dog, and we've got citizens or community going through that area, it potentially, could interrupt or interfere with the flow of evidence or processing of evidence, or let me rephrase that. It could interfere with potential evidence in that area. So we are always grateful for the help, and we understand that the community is wanting to help. But from our perspective, we also have to do the best job that we can and control and organize that information so we can use our resources effectively and efficiently.
And at this time, is there anything that people in Mason should be worried about? Any concerns at this time?
Great point, and we talked about covering that when we came to see you. At this time, there are no safety concerns for the city of Mason. There is no danger in respect at all to this situation that we've been investigating.